In this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you the top 10 makeup techniques that are so beginner friendly that's absolutely gonna transform your look. This is going to help you get way ahead of the game, so go ahead and grab your makeup and let's get right into the video. One thing about makeup is it's not just about having the right products, but also you wanna learn the proper techniques on how to use the products in order to gain the full benefit of the makeup products. If you can learn the right techniques along with the right product, I feel like your makeup will always be slayed. The first technique is using setting spray in between each step of your makeup routine, which I'm gonna demonstrate to you guys. But first, it's important to get the right setting spray for your skin type. So if you have more oily or combination skin and you struggle a lot with your makeup separating, moving, creasing, or even transferring, then you want a setting spray that's going to help grip the makeup so that it stays put on your skin. But you also want a hydrating one because hydrating products help to balance the oils on your skin. A really good one is this Milk Makeup setting spray. This is a good hydrating setting spray to use before your makeup, in between your makeup, and after your makeup. I find this setting spray to be great for all skin types, even dry skin, but I find it to work really well, especially with oily skin, because it doesn't add extra oils to your skin. It also has gripping ingredients that help to grip your makeup. But if you have more dehydrated skin or dry skin like I do, right now during the winter, my skin is extremely dry. So I just like to look for something that helps to blend my makeup better and at the same time hydrate my skin. And one of my favorite products is this MAC Cosmetics Charged Water. It's a skin hydrating mist. It's great for before your makeup, during your makeup, and after your makeup, especially if your skin is dry and dehydrated. So I normally like to use the setting spray before applying my foundation because it gets the foundation to blend easier, and I also like to use it in between my complexion products, such as after my cream products and then after my setting powder as well. And as you can see, it gets your foundation to look really skin-like. And then after you've applied your cream products such as concealer, contour, and blush, you want to go in with the setting spray again and drench your face with it. Wait a few seconds and then blend it out. This is going to make sure that you're properly setting your skin to make it last for a long period of time because you're setting each layer of makeup. And as you can see, it made the blending so much easier. But the good thing is the makeup is going to be intact for a long period of time. Sometimes when you blend out your concealer and you're a little bit too aggressive, it can separate the concealer, creating patchiness. So you want to make sure that when you're blending out the concealer, you're lightly tapping it to make sure that you're getting the coverage, it's blending out smoothly without creating any patchiness. And then now I like to go in and use setting powder to set all my complexion product. But you want to be very strategic in how you're applying the setting powder, and I'm going to show you why. First, I like to use a setting powder that is very lightweight, very translucent. So this has been a go-to setting powder for me. It's the Wet n Wild Loose setting powder in the shade Banana. It's very important for you to get a setting powder shade that is either lighter than your concealer or the same shade as your concealer to prevent your under eyes from getting darker. First technique is using a powder puff and picking up a little bit of that setting powder. Now, you don't want to go in and just apply the setting powder because this is going to create patchiness, and it's going to also create uneven application of the setting powder because you'll be placing the most product. So instead of doing that, you want to make sure to swirl the setting powder at the back of your hand. Now, this step is very important, especially when using a powder puff, because it allows you to even out the powder. So when you're applying it, it doesn't create any patchiness. Another technique to incorporate is making sure that when you're using setting powder, your concealer is not wet. You want to let it dry down a little bit because when you apply setting powder and your concealer is wet, it can also cause your makeup to separate. So let your concealer dry down for a few minutes first and then go in with setting powder and set your makeup. You want to place the setting powder only at the center of your face. You want to avoid the perimeter of your face because this is where your skin has that natural glow. So you want to maintain that natural glow so that your makeup looks skin-like. So I like to focus the setting powder around the center of my face, down the bridge of my nose, my chin, and on my forehead. This is going to allow me to mattify my T-zone area but still maintaining my skin's natural glow. And this is how you get your makeup to look skin-like and natural, like it's your natural skin. And then I like to use a fluffy brush to dust off the excess. While dusting off the excess, you also want to be strategic and not place the setting powder right where you would apply your highlighter, because you will be setting your skin's natural glow. Now, as you can see, we've set the concealer, but when we turn to the side, we see that my forehead and my cheekbones have this glowing from within look, which you want to be able to maintain because this is gonna give you more of a skin-like look. So after you apply blush, sometimes you can get harsh lines closer towards your under eyes. So you wanna always soften that up so that the blush looks nice and natural. So to do that, I like to take a blush that is lighter than the blush that I initially applied. So I'm gonna use this One Size Beauty Cheek Clapper Blush Trio. This is in the shade Attention Seeker, and I like to use this shade in the middle to soften up my blush. So as you can see, the blush harsh lines show up around closer towards where my under eyes are. So I like to take a little bit of that blush and apply it right where I see the harsh lines. This is gonna give a really nice blush transition from the darker shade and then lighten it up. And it also helps you get rid of the harsh lines. And as you can see, the blush looks so much softer and it looks more natural. Now, to do this technique, you can use any of these shades. This is a cream blush, this one is a powder blush, and this is a shimmer. If you're looking for more of a glowy finish, I would recommend going in with the shimmer, but if you're only looking to layer your cream blushes, then I would recommend going in with the cream blush. I prefer using a powder because I love how a powder blends on my skin, especially after I use setting powder. It just blends seamlessly. So now that we've applied all our powdered complexion products, I'm gonna go back in with the setting spray and set my makeup again. Like I mentioned in the first technique, it's important to set each layer of your makeup in order to get it to last a long time. So I'm gonna go back in and set my skin again because I've applied all my powdered products, and that's the next layer of makeup that I've applied on my skin. This is gonna avoid my makeup from looking too powdery. It's gonna get my makeup to look more skin-like, and it's also gonna help seal that needed hydration that my skin needs. Now, if you have extremely short eyelashes, I'm about to put you on to a product that's going to help you get the most benefit out of your mascara, and that's incorporating a lash primer to your eyelash routine. So if you've never heard of a lash primer, it's basically a white type of mascara product that you apply on your eyelashes first before going in with mascara. This is going to help prime your eyelashes. It's gonna help lengthen them first before applying your mascara. So if you have short eyelashes like me, definitely try incorporating a lash primer. It is going to be a game changer for you. The one that I love is the Lancôme Cils Booster XL eyelash primer, and it's just a white product that I like to apply the exact same way I apply a mascara. I normally like using this especially for my bottom lashes because I barely have any hairs on my bottom lashes. This helps to prevent the mascara from smudging under my eyes, and it also helps to lengthen my lower lashes. And then I let it dry for a few minutes and then go in with my favorite mascara and apply that on top of it. One thing about matte lipstick is it looks really gorgeous. So whenever you're drinking something, you notice that the lipstick goes on the glass or on the cup that you're drinking from. So in order to wear matte lipstick and to avoid it from smudging, I like to apply translucent powder on top of it. This will absolutely prevent your lipstick from smudging. It's going to get your lipstick to last longer, to stay on. It's like setting the lipstick so that it stays on your lips and doesn't move around. So to do that, I like to take the same type of powder that I would use to set my under eyes. I would just dab a little bit on my lips using a powder puff, and you want to place a very small amount, and that will help prevent the lipstick from smudging. So I love a really nice glow to my skin, and one thing I realized is instantly to add glow to your skin is incorporating a really good highlighter. The way you apply it is what's going to determine how you want to glow. So I like using this highlighter. Now you can use any type of highlighter. I prefer a loose highlighter, and you want to use a fluffy brush. You want to pick up a little bit of that powder, swirl it all over the brush, and then to apply it, you want to focus on the highest points of your cheekbones, which is normally where you apply your blush. But instead of just leaving the highlighter like this, I like to blend it all over my cheekbones, including my temples. As you guys can see, I'm bringing that up towards my temples, close towards where my eyebrows are. Doing this is going to give you more of a natural glow that's reflective in all angles. And then I also like to bring the highlighter closer towards where my cheekbones are, so that when I'm face forward, you still see that glow. Another technique that will get your makeup to last on longer is learning the right way to prep it. And that's why I really insist that you watch this video, because I break down in the simplest form the right products and techniques to use to make your makeup last all day.
KLJ, welcome to a channel where it's poppin'.